Hello guys, so a few months ago a lot of people were asking for a size comparison between X Plus, Gigantic, and Spyro Studio King Ghidorah, and here it is. I know it took a while, but Spyro Studio has been very busy lately, and for everyone asking questions, you can ask me and I can talk to them. And even though I don't get back to you guys directly, just know that your questions have been sent to Spyro Studio as feedback. So I know a lot of people were asking me a lot of questions in my last video that I did a few months ago, and some of them were very specific, like with shipping prices, shipping rates, sizes, and all that. I think it's best for you to get in contact directly with Spyro Studio, maybe with support. That way they help you with your country, because every country has different shipping stuff and all that. But yeah, anyways, we finally have a size comparison with no base, as you guys wanted to see the picture like that, and this is very massive. When I saw it, I was blown away. I actually saw this statue about 5 months ago or 6 months ago, but I saw it without any wings, just a few heads. I think 1 or 2 heads. It was in prototype form. It had a different type of paint job, but I was still very impressed because it was very large. But now that I get to see how massive the actual wings are, it is very impressive. I always said that X Plus has a good gigantic figure for 2019 and all of that, but I was expecting bigger, and I think by bigger, Spyro Studio actually hit the mark right here. I think this will satisfy the mass that I've been looking for in a big figure. Now let's talk about shelf space. Currently right now I have a hardened plastic shelf collection around me, and that right there, he told me he does not recommend that for King Ghidorah because of his mass and actual size. This statue is going to be very heavy, and potentially it could fall or collapse your shelf, so it's not recommended. So now I have the problem, and I'm sure a lot of people will have this problem, where we don't have enough space or not the right type of table or shelf collection for this statue right here. So he does recommend the following things: a wooden table, specifically a hardened wooden table with possibly steel type of legs, or something that's made out of steel that can resist a lot of weight and has a lot of room space. As you saw in the picture, his table is, I believe, a hardened wooden table. And right now I'm having a lot of problems in stores because of this pandemic going around the world, where I can't necessarily find the right size or a large size table. If I do, they're very small and very expensive, not worth it. At the moment, all that I can find is hard plastic, or maybe plastic with steel type of legs, and that's the problem. Now for me, I don't know how I'm going to do it, because for my country, right, it's going to be a lot for shipping, and this statue is going to be a hell of a pain for me. From what I can tell, I might have to remodel my whole room, move a lot of things. I still have to look into buying this table specifically just for this statue, because the current setup that I have isn't enough. And if you have the same setup, I'm sure everyone out there with X Plus or Monster Arts, I think most of us have the same type of shell collection, where we have like 4 floors or maybe 5 floors. The super hard plastic, that isn't going to cut it. So if you have that and you have this King Ghidorah statue on pre-order, I do recommend you to start looking already, or possibly build your customized table, something that's wooden hard, legs recommended to be steel, solid steel. That way your figure doesn't collapse or the table doesn't collapse. Because just imagine if you have your shelf already with so much weight, right, and then you place Ghidorah on top, possibly, or the chances are, it's going to collapse, and yeah, it's going to be a mess. It might break your figures, and it's going to be a chaos for sure. Now if you guys have any questions or any other requests, let me know, and I'll be sure to talk with Spyro Studio. Remember, we are taking feedback, they're taking feedback, and we're listening to whatever questions or concerns you guys have with this statue. Anything like that, let me know. But again, it is recommended if you guys go to their original website at sparrowstudio.com. That was the standard edition. Now the deluxe edition, that's going to add more weight. Think about it. You'll have your table. On top of your table, you're going to have this massive base placed, and then you'll have Ghidorah on top. So that's definitely going to add so much weight. The picture that you're seeing right now comparing X Plus and King Ghidorah, that is just the standard version that you're getting. People who are actually getting the deluxe edition, you're getting more things. Remember, you're getting the frozen cube with Ghidorah, you're getting the deluxe edition base, and then you're getting some other profile things, extra things. So yeah, that's that's definitely going to add so much weight on your table. Now if you follow the recommendations as I told you, you should be okay. You don't have to worry about anything. But for people who have the current setup as I do, or something weaker, it's recommended for you to get something that is stable enough for this statue. Now think about it, the X Plus 2019 is one of the largest from that figure line. Now this statue towers that. I know some people think it's not big enough, but definitely in person, it's very massive. This is no joke. The weight, it's very heavy. And I'm kind of worried because I remember getting my X Plus, right? That thing was heavy. From what I know, I don't remember correctly, but I believe the standard edition should have 1 box or 2 boxes. The deluxe edition will include 3 boxes because it includes more things. So consider that, guys, and start looking for space, or make space in your room. If you have to remodel like me, do it right now. Buy what you have to buy, but be careful as always. Cover yourself, use some gloves, soap on your hands, and all of that. For me, it's going to be very difficult for shipping, and of course right now there's literally no stores open around my area, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But I still have, I think, until the end of this year, so hopefully things start looking brighter for everyone else. And it's very crazy. I mean, the amount of development Sparrow Studio has had with this figure is very impressive. I remember seeing the prototypes, right, and other pictures that nobody has seen, but this figure has changed, or this statue has changed so drastically that it's insane. If I was to compare the older version to the version they currently have, it's a night and day difference for sure. I remember the older version had a more golden type of color, and then from golden they went back to a more natural color, and then it had to be remodeled completely with better details around his wings, nose, body, better texture around everything. Everything just got a massive upgrade for sure, and it's very impressive, guys. It's very impressive. As always, guys, if you have any questions, comment down below. What are your thoughts? Are you excited for this figure? Did you pre-order this figure? If so, which version are you getting? The standard edition, deluxe edition? Do you have the same problems as me? And what's your plan? Like, what's your idea to make space, or your current setup that you have? Personally, my thoughts with this statue, I think it's a dream come true. Honestly, it is. I think the details, the overall accuracy, the scale, it's perfect. It really is perfect with any figure out there. I'm talking about like X Plus, right? It scales perfectly with X Plus. I think it was made in mind to scale with something the size of X Plus and other future figures or statues coming along this year. And definitely, I give a lot of props to Sparrow Studio for allowing me to work with them, giving them ideas, taking feedback, giving me this big opportunity to get exclusive images. And of course, the guy behind Sparrow Studio has become my friend. He's actually my buddy, so thank you so much. I appreciate it on the top of my heart. I really do. You've been a massive help to my channel, and of course I always love helping out, you know, people that have a lot of talent. I still remember the day, as I told you guys. I don't remember the guy, but I remember someone commented saying that I should go check out Sparrow Studio. And at that time, I already knew Sparrow Studio, but I wasn't paying much attention until I got into it. I started to investigate, and then we started to collaborate together. And I'm very glad, you know. I told you guys, In my channel, I like showing off people that have talent, people that aren't noticed enough but have a lot of talent within themselves. They put a lot of hard work and love into what they do. Like, you can tell when someone has passion, dedication for what they do, and that's something that inspires me and should inspire a lot of people and sculptors, people that love art like me. It's definitely very, very beautiful to be able to make your dreams come true, and not everyone has the power or the heart within them to keep going forwards. It's very stressful, difficult. I told you guys, getting the rights or just the license for monsters is more difficult than you can imagine. The amount of things, the amount of meetings that you have to go through is very painful. And this guy, I'm not going to disclose his name, but you have definitely put a lot of work, just like your team and everyone else out there. Dedication, passion, love, everything, right? Ideas, taking feedback. That is something that other companies just don't do. And we all know that most companies don't really care. It's all about business, money, and that's it, you know? They're not here for the love, for the care. And if they do, they pretend because of money. I told you, money moves everything. Money makes you rich. Money creates people sometimes. And that's something that I don't want anyone out there to become, including myself. I don't want to become someone that's hungry for money. And that's something I told Spyro Studio, specifically the guy behind it. I told him, don't become like other companies, hungry for money, hungry to become bigger and not listen to this beautiful community, because it can be beautiful. And I told him, always be humble, remember your roots, remember everything that gave you passion to start this project. Whenever you feel like giving up, just come talk to me. For people that actually know me, you know that I like helping out people. I like listening to people, because not everyone, unfortunately, not everyone has the time to listen to other people. And that's just sad, especially in this moment that everyone has to stay inside. A lot of people can suffer from depression and other things. So I'm always a good listener. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. And another thing, a lot of people were asking a few months ago about the posters that we were going to do as a giveaway. Now, the problem is, when those posters got announced, they received so many changes that they actually got delayed, right? I think they received like 3 different art changes, so they're not how they used to look. And I believe a few people actually got mad. They were saying, why would you do a giveaway of the posters if they're supposed to be limited for that specific edition? I don't understand why you're doing that. It takes away from the limited edition type of aspect from this statue. And I said, look, it doesn't matter if it takes away or not. I don't see it like that. It's an opportunity for people to get something. Not everyone has a lot of money to buy a statue like this. It's a lot of money, it really is. So if I can make someone happy, right, I'll definitely take that opportunity. Now, I'm sure Spyro Studio and me could probably negotiate something to give away those posters. Originally, they offered me to give away 10 posters, right? And I have to check if they still have a few or if anything can be negotiated again. The only problem that I do see is this virus. Depending where you live, I know some countries are not accepting any type of shipping or anything being sent right now. So it's going to be very difficult. I'm sure some people won't be allowed to be entered because of their current situation with their countries. So yeah, it's going to be a very difficult task if we are to negotiate some type of giveaway deal again. We have to talk about the rules, how it's going to work. Maybe it could be something between my channel and their Facebook page. But yeah, let me know, guys. Definitely let me know if you guys still want the posters to return, or you don't care anymore and you just want them to be a limited edition thing. Since I told you guys, there's a few people that actually got mad saying that they don't want anything like this because it takes away from the limited edition type of thing on Ghidorah. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Are you excited for this statue? If you are, drop a comment, like the video, and share it around. Keep it up, guys.